Oh my goodness. Hi, Diane. Let me get you all. My eyes are a little bit more tired in the evening. I'm going to try to scoot you out a little bit here so I can see a little bit better. I had to open up the window because yo, friend here, I'm having a hot flash. It's just like an absolute um crazy nightmare. But like you're hot 1 minute and you're cold the next. Why is my phone sideways? Like what's happening right now? Okay. Oh, it's good to see you. I haven't heard any kind of update on Sue. I haven't heard anything, y'all. I'm going to keep the panel open for just a minute. I'm sort of waiting on a guest that I wanted to talk to, but I don't know if they're going to be able to make it or not. So we'll give them a few minutes. If you're in here, Rachel, just holler at me, okay? And then I'll let you up, and then we'll talk, and then we'll open up the panel for questions. If you, when you guys come in, if you'd start clapping, or not clapping, tapping, because tapping is clapping. Just tap, 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 tap. That's how we get friends in here. And I wanted to hang out tonight and talk about true crime, but I also wanted to have some giveaways and, you know, just do some fun stuff. But I also wanted to talk about the latest true crime case, which, as you know, is Amanda Overstreet. Went missing in 2005. Was recently found in a freezer. So I want to talk about that. I might have to wear my little. Let me check my other glasses because I'm having a hard time seeing. I haven't spoke with her. I haven't spoke with her. I thought I saw a video of her dancing. Nope, that's going to be worse. The other day. I didn't realize that she would be going off TikTok or that she was off TikTok. Does anybody else seen her account? I haven't heard anything. Oh, yeah, she did change her name. Yeah. Yeah, she did change her name. Oh, there she is. There she is. In case you're wondering, she's still here. She's hanging around. She's in the room. She is in the room. Hi. She's giving an update that Sue did not pay the money. Sue did not pay the money by the deadline. No, she is Casey. That's her. Yeah. I didn't think she was going to get that paid back in time. I tried to have the benefit of the doubt, but I'm like, there's no way. That is so much in such a short amount of time. What's up, beach chick? Good to see you. I know. It is heartbreaking. Um, hey, Michelle's in the house, everyone. Welcome in, Michelle. She spoke to Jackie and said that her parents made her stop the short sale. Her parents made her stop the short sale? Hold on. Hold. I gotta handle a quick bit of business here. One moment, folks. Okay. All right, let me get caught up here. Did I hear about TSU? I sure didn't. What is TSU? She said they're going to sell the house for the full amount. She said they reached out to the family. No, what's going on with Tennessee State University? So they're saying that her parents made her stop the short sale so she could sell it for full price. When? Right now? Tonight? What? What? A few hours ago. Hold on a minute. I'm going to try to see if I can get something on YouTube. Hold on, because I've got friends whose kids go there, and my friend's daughter. Another press conference at 9. Okay, hold on. I'm having the worst time seeing tonight. Test on the mic.
Sure. Vistaprint prints business cards, but we also print these and those and engrave them.
Some breaking news and a live picture right now that I do want to go out to. This is over in Tennessee. Take a look at this. You can see that we still have a number of investigators down there on the ground, and this has to do with a shooting that happened near Tennessee State University as their homecoming game was starting. A heavy Metro Nashville police presence you can see responding here to the 2600 block of Jefferson Street just after 5 p.m. local time there on this Saturday. That's for the reported shooting. Now, the number of possible victims has not been confirmed at this time.
Oh.
TSU's homecoming events are taking place today. Now, they play Eastern Illinois University at 5 p.m. at Nissan Stadium. And we do have local partners there on the ground working to get more information, but this is developing. It's a breaking news story, and so the details continue to be very limited. But from this live picture that we continue to see here on this Saturday, it is still a very heavy law enforcement presence down there with, you can see some investigators kind of marking where different evidence is being collected at this time. So I just want
That, y'all, that's so horrible. Their homecoming. That's really bad. And in Oklahoma, Halloween party. Oh, gosh. You just can't do anything anymore. You just can't. You can't, these kids, They can't do anything anymore. Has the world gotten so full of hate? Oh my gosh. Hey, Southern Belle, how are you? Um, that's horrible. Guys, let me text my daughter because hold on, because I'm I'm distraught a little bit right now because I know people that go to school there. Give me just a minute to text my daughter. Okay. Um, my daughter's landlord's daughter goes to TSU during the homecoming parade, right? Yes, it is a college. TSU is probably, how far is it from me? So I want to say, yeah, probably hour and a half. Well, that's ETSU. Hold on a minute. Tennessee State University's more. That's more toward Nashville, isn't it? None in that, yeah, Nashville. Yeah, so yeah, still, I mean, it's yeah, a little less than 3 hours. Nashi. Mm. Mm-mm. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of quiet right now because I'm just like, these are, well, I don't know who was injured tonight, but it's just, I hope nobody has lost their life, but especially these kids. My daughter's trying to FaceTime me right now, and I'm live. Okay, sorry. Do they have the suspect? Let me see. Oh, gosh. So it's one unalive, multiple injured. This is the last update as of 57 minutes ago. It says one person was fatally shot and 9 others were injured after a pew pew man, after a pew pew man opened fire Saturday on the campus of Tennessee State University. Nashville police and bullets rang out on Jefferson Street and 27th Avenue North around 5 p.m. Shortly after, the university sent a campus alert via text warning of an active pew pewer on campus. A total of 10 wound victims are now at area hospitals. 5 were transported by NFD. 5 arrived by private vehicles. A 24-year-old man is deceased, read a statement released by local police on the social media platform X. They added that 3 juvenile victims were being treated at Vanderbilt Children's Emergency Medicine. At least one of the injured is suspected to have been involved in the gunfire. TSU, a historically black university, was hosting homecoming celebrations and welcomed the city's community in the area surrounding campus. So you've got one 24-year-old and you've got 3 underage children who were injured there. What's up, Rebecca? A mass shooting. People, you're gonna banana me. You get me every time. A mass unaliving. A mass event. It's so hard to find the right words without getting in trouble on here. A mass event has happened at Tennessee State University in Nashville. What's up, Anna Bean? It's good to see you. It's so good to see you in here. It's been a while. How are you? There's my daughter, Kaylee. Kaylee with the black hearts. My daughter, everybody. We have 12,000 likes and 159 souls in the room. Tonight's live goal, by the way, is 10 potato empanadas. I'm going to pin that in case you want to send me a potato. Everybody says, hi, Kaylee. Oh, you have a Kaylee too? What's up, Andrea? Thank you for the potato and pali. And thank you for the hat and mustache, Ricky. I love you, Ricky. You're awesome. Thank you for being in here. What's up, Doodles? Doodles from Scotland is in the house. Good to see you, Doodles. Oh, my goodness. What's up, Iowa girl? You guys are so amazing. Thank you. Michelle sent me a potato and pali. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Aw. Morgan says, Kaylee, we love your mom so much. Aw, thank you guys. You guys are too nice and too kind to me. Y'all, I'm having a look. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm having a hot flash. No, I'm feeling like this is not a drill. Thank you, Ricky. Ricky sent me a thing on my head. Thank you, Ricky. You're going to be my top gifter. Anyway, I'm having hot flashes. Ladies, listen. I don't know, darling, but I cannot. I am freezing 1 minute and just I'm dripping the next. I've got the windows open. I've legit got windows open right now. Ugh, I can't, darling. I can't. Frozen chocolate and ice packs. Okay, it sounds like a winter. Like my hair is fell down. I can't. I put it up. I fixed my hair and then I come up here and I about died. So I went downstairs and I put it up in a ponytail. Oh my goodness. But thank you for another potato and pali. I just put those headphones on there so I could listen to the news there. Oh, you guys, Ricky's sending me them lightning bolts. Anna Bean is sending me a potato and pali. Thank you. I appreciate that, ma'am. Oh my goodness, you guys. Well, I think maybe tonight's surprise guest has maybe got a little bit shy. That's okay. I told her she didn't have to come up, but if she wanted to come by, she was more than welcome to. And who she was, and we will still hear from her eventually, I think. But she went to school with Amanda Overstreet. And if you don't know who Amanda Overstreet is, she is the 16-year-old that has not been seen since April of 2005. And she showed up the other day in a freezer. Only her head and her hands. How many in here, by show of hands, has heard of this story? How many in here has heard of this recent story? If you haven't, let me know also. I'm just trying to get an idea. Michelle has. Princess. Chelsea has. Wow. Wow, yeah. Some of it. Okay. Mile High Mary says the hubby and I went to school with Amanda. I would love to speak to you. There was another one named Rachel that was going to come up on the panel. But Mile High Mary, if you want to come up to the panel, I would love to hear from you as far as, ooh, Ricky, ooh, a little spicy. If you want, and let us know if you have. What I was going to ask Rachel were questions like, do you know the last time that you saw her in high school? What was she like? Was she a good friend? Did you know her mom and her stepdad, or her grandmother that passed from cancer? Just so those quick question. Oh, a sleeping baby. Oh, well, I totally understand. Shh, everybody, be quiet. Oh, Rachel's here. Yay. Okay, we're going to invite Rachel up. Rachel's here. All right, hold on. I'm going to send an invite. It's going to say inviting you up, and you just click it. Oh, hold on a minute. I got to let this one down. I didn't mean to click that. Hold on just 1 second. All right, Rachel. And I hope I didn't lose you. Hold on. Okay. Now you should see. Thank you for the gold medal, Gwen. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much for doing this and coming up here. I really appreciate it, especially on such short notice.
You're welcome.
Let me change this layout here. Give me just a second. Okay. So, for everyone that doesn't know what this is about, I'm going to give you a quick recap. Okay. Amanda Overstreet. Okay. Her birthday is March 4th, 1989. She has not been seen or heard from since April of 2005. And just recently, they found, and I hate to be so graphic, but they found her head and her hands in a freezer inside a residence that had previously been occupied by her mother, her biological mother. Now, her stepfather passed away in 2021 from COVID, so he's no longer here. And the thing is they moved to that house from another house, so they brought the freezer with them. And they done DNA, and then they figured out that this is Miss Amanda, who was, at the time, she was adopted and raised by Nelda Ann Overstreet, which is her grandmother. In 1993, she adopted her when she was just 3 years old. And now, in 2005, when Nelda passed from cancer, she was to go live with her biological mom, or the bio mom, I guess, would be Nelda's daughter. And something happened. Am I to understand it that it was supposed to be a trip to Colorado, but then I guess she never made it to Colorado. Do you understand it to be that way?
They lived in Koontz, Texas. I think she was just raised almost her entire life in Koontz, Texas. And at some point, she transferred schools to Warren, where I went to school, because her grandmother, Nelda, was a geometry and algebra teacher there. And I don't know why she made her transfer. It was just for the 1 year. And then I think that's around the time she went missing. So I only went to school with her for 1 year. And I assumed after she went missing, I just thought she had transferred back to Koontz high school after her grandmother died. But now, like, I just found out yesterday that she was a missing person. I've tried to look her up for years, and I just assume, people get married and they change their names. I just couldn't find her. And then I saw that article yesterday, and I'm like, that name, I know that name. I've looked for her. And then I found a picture somewhere online, and it was her. But the story that I understand is that after her grandmother died, she was forced to go back with her biological mother, and they came to Koontz to get her and bring her back. And then they said that she just ran away. Like, she jumped out of the car, I think, was one theory I heard. But the mother she was telling people this, that she jumped out of the car in Amarillo, and then she never saw her again. And she's just really sticking to that runaway story.
I'm hearing that they still are. Even after.
They are. Because I was commenting on some things today, and a woman who's like, she's been a family friend for like 60 years. She's like, she told me, she said, long story short, she ran away. She simply ran away, and that's that. I'm like, no, nobody's going to believe that anymore. Like, how would anyone believe that she simply ran away and then coincidentally ended up in her biological mother's freezer?
No, there's no way. And she can't be of sound mind to actually believe that people would still believe that. Do you think that she has convinced herself that that's what has happened?
The mother?
Yeah.
Probably. But she's been lying to a lot of people for a lot of years, like, I guess, changing her story. At one point, she told somebody said, hey, have you talked to Amanda? And she told them, oh, I heard she was living here doing this, and I haven't talked to her in years. Like, yeah, I know you haven't talked to her in years because she's in your freezer.
Right.
It's just insane.
Exactly. Yeah. I believe that the mother knew the whole time. I believe that she had a hand in it. Yes. At the very least, she knew, and she did nothing about it. I want to, let me make sure. Will you guys please tap, if you wouldn't mind, and maybe tap while you listen, and that will help people know that we're talking about this right now. I feel like it's an important thing to talk about because I feel like Amanda needs justice, even if the stepfather has passed away. The mother is still alive, and I don't want her to be out there knowing what she has done. Does that make sense? I don't want this to go in the back of the media, and then so do you have
like
any?
Her mother, she even told her classmates, her Koontz classmates, they had made a whole group dedicated to finding her. And when she found out about it, she got upset and told them that they just need to stop. Like, stop looking for her. She ran away. Just let it be done. That doesn't sound like a mother whose child ran away and she's looking for her. Because my daughter just turned 17 yesterday. She was just 16. And I couldn't imagine ever stopping looking for my daughter if she went missing. And she's telling people, just stop looking. Stop. Just let it go. She had to know.
We know why. Yeah, she had to know. She did not want them looking. And it's my understanding that the house was gutted, beautifully remodeled. I've seen the after photos. If you saw the before photos, you could see that they were hoarders.
Yes.
And it was not like the whole house had completely be gutted. And as far as I can see, that they're siblings.
Yes, I think she might have two other, it might just be one, but she would speak often of her other child, but she literally acts like Amanda didn't exist and never existed.
It's very heartbreaking. Amanda did not get a fair shot in life, and to have her very young life taken from her. One of the things that I'm hoping is that they can do an autopsy to find out more information about maybe how she passed away.
I cut out a second. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just talking about how maybe some of the evidence as far as how she passed away could be preserved now, since it was in that freezer in that state. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Did you know, I want to bring up the stepfather for a moment because...
And people are wondering...
Go ahead.
It's cutting out. Okay. I'm sorry. It was cutting out. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens all the time. I see the red bars, so it's the red bar of madness because you don't know if you're going to get to talk or not.
Yes.
Now, I saw the stepfather. Okay. I think you had shared this with me, but I did see where they had to do a fundraiser for his funeral. And I noted some places that the mother had said how much the kids are going to miss him, and how it was just, that's going to be different. Do you know of any abuse charges with the other children, or any like CPS or any kind of events surrounding this family?
No, the only thing I know is that Amanda was taken away from her mother from neglect. And I don't know anything about the siblings.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have any specific memories of her in school that you can remember, or anything that stood out that maybe was different? Did she ever talk to any friends about how things were going at home?
I sat with her every day in my geography class. She was super bubbly, like laughy, like just a bubbly, like happy person. And I remember her grandmother was our geometry algebra teacher, and some of the other kids would get like upset because she got better treatment from her grandmother. I'm like, well, that's her grandmother. So I feel like her grandmother was a loving, kind woman. And that was probably the only person in her life that truly cared about her. So when she got cancer and died, I mean, she had probably nobody.
Mm. Man, I couldn't imagine. Gosh, I can't even wrap my head around this. Do you know of any other family members that Amanda might have, that's in the area? Do we know if anybody searched for her, and if so, who? I thought there was a group somebody made about 7 years ago on Bookface.
She has, in Koontz, where she's from, there's a lot of Overstreets in Koontz. Like a lot of Overstreet. So she had a lot of family in the area. And from what I understand, they're just completely silent about it. Even after finding out yesterday it was identified as her, they won't say anything. People are like, I'm searching like all the Overstreets I'm friend with on Facebook, and I think somebody found one that mentioned it. Everyone else is just going along like it's no big deal.
Lauren is asking.
The only people that searched her were her classmates. I'm sure there were a couple people in her family that.
The reason I was asking is because it's so hard to believe. Like, none of her family didn't notice that she wasn't around. You know, I'm just like, nobody noticed or said anything.
Yeah, no, and they just believe the runaway story. How can you truly believe the runaway story? And even if she ran away, at some point you would be like, hey, it's been a while. 20 years? You don't search for a 16-year-old in 20 years. You just think she went off on her own and started a new life and never reached out to her family and friends. Mm-hmm. This is going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Lauren Allen is asking, how did they find her? She was found, the mother had moved out of the home. Somebody had bought the home and gutted the home to sell the home. They had sold the home. And as far as I know, the new owners, I'm not sure. I'm a little confused on those details, whether the new owners or the person that was selling the house wanted the freezer gone, and somebody come to get the freezer. And then when they opened the freezer, that was what was in the freezer. And then they called the police, from what I understand. But the bio mother had moved to that home from another home with the stepdad. So they have toted this freezer around for 20 years with their daughter in there, with no mind. The kids, they've raised other kids are running around the house. Nobody knows. I mean, this is how wild this is. There is true evil in this world.
I even saw someone comment on another post saying that the bio mom, babysitted her children and was in her house around her kids. That's insane.
And I just wonder, I mean, we would have heard. I mean, I tried to look for it. I couldn't find anything about the bio mom being arrested. Somebody need, I mean, I don't know, that should be an immediate, but I couldn't find anything that they are holding the bio mother or any other thing. So I don't know what the process is here, but they cannot believe that she would have died from natural causes or whatnot, and then they just decided to bury her in their freezer. There has to be some kind of malice intent here somewhere.
For her torso to be missing, where is the rest of her? What were they doing? Like, it's already insane enough, but where is the rest of her body?
Yes.
Somebody speculated, because did you see the photo of the stepdad holding the fish? What if he used it as like bait to fish? I mean, that's pure speculation, of course, but if you would do that to somebody and cut them up into pieces, that would be nothing for you to do that.
I thought about that same thing. I saw that photo and I said, oh no, because I saw somewhere else that he kept those fish fillets in that freezer. But that he would also tell his other children, if you don't straighten up, you're going to end up like your sister. So
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, that's what I heard. If you don't straighten up, you're going to turn out like your sister. Because some folks are saying, of course, that's, hearsay. But some folks are saying that he would use that as a threat to the other children to keep them in line. I cannot.
And I posted a photo. It was of the mom. Oh, sorry. It was of the mom saying it was like supposed to be funny, but under the circumstances, it's weird. She posted, don't mistreat a Southern woman because she'll rip your heart out and serve it to you in a pie. Which, is funny, haha, until now. Like, did you do something like that?
Oh my God. No. That's horrible.
Like, why would she post that? Like, you would think that's a normal, funny post. In other circumstances, like a normal person, that would be funny, but seeing it now, insane.
I don't know where the mother is now. I'm wishing she was in jail, but I have not heard where she is at right now. I hate to put this out there, but you don't think that they served it as dinner sometimes to get rid of it, or do you think? I'm hoping it went to the fishies.
For someone to be able to even do that, I hope so. I hope so.
The Alabama said that's what they.
And I think her mom is living in the same city where the house is, in an apartment. I think she was homeless for a while, and she just got into an apartment in the same city in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just walking around, I guess.
Yeah, I saw that on her book face. It says she was no longer homeless. Blair says it's very cruel and sickening. I totally agree. How old is the mother? I didn't catch that, but I would think so. If the daughter was 16 and she was born in 89, so I'd say the mother is probably 50 plus at least. I'm just kind of calculating in my head. What's up? I see you. I've had to pull up another phone, you guys, because the comments stopped over here on my main phone. So if I miss your comment, I'm having to look at a different screen. So I'm so sorry. Bridget says you were born in Delta, Colorado. Where did I get the Colorado thing? I thought that was part of the story, but I might have that wrong. Oh, well, girl, I know. How old was Amanda when she disappeared? Well, 16, but here's the thing, is nobody realized that she had disappeared. People noticed she wasn't around, I guess, but they assumed that she was being transferred to the school wherever her mother lived, her bio mother, because remember, Nelda, the grandmother, had passed away from cancer in 2005, so she had to go live with her bio mom. And so it's my understanding that the school that Rachel would have went with her at, she was successfully signed out. Like, books were wrapped up and she's no longer a student here. But where we failed her as a society is we didn't make sure that she checked into the other school. Right? Mm-hmm. She just kind of went missing in between and jumped out of a car or whatever the story that the parents want to come up with. And nobody looked into it. Nobody, I mean, she had some friends and there was a group that was made and there was some concern, But until now, this is a huge shock. How can a 16-year-old child be missing for 20 years and nobody raised an eyebrow? They discounted her as another runaway.
And my friend that I spoke to, she was in the same graduating year as her. She said that she actually disappeared, they noticed, at 15.
15. Okay.
So they probably noticed before everyone else noticed or anything was filed. The lady that tried to argue with me today, telling me to let it go and it's just a simple runaway, she said that they did file that she was a runaway. But where are the records for that? I mean, there could be records, but nobody else seems to be able to find them.
There would definitely be a record. I mean, kids that have been missing, 30, 40 years are still on record as being missing. If you file a missing persons report, it's always there.
And I don't know if you can choose between a runaway or a missing persons. I mean, if I had done that to my child, I would just do the runaway. I wouldn't file missing persons. I don't know how the law works in that aspect, but a runaway would be like, oh, she chose to run away. And then they just let it go.
Right. Bridget says she has family in Grand Junction. Blair says somebody dropped the ball somewhere between her, the family, and the school. I totally agree. Guys, we're at 32,000 likes. We have 160 souls in the room. Today's live goal is 10 peli potatoes, and we have 8 of them. And I'll get that pinned in case you want to pin a peli. Let me get that pinned up here. So, oh my goodness. It took a while for the DNA to come back, and it's probably going to take a minute for the autopsy to be completed. It's going to be one of those things where it's going to be hard for investigators to prove that she did, based on the fact that the rest of the body is missing. And why the hands and the head? Why not where's the feet?
Right.
So there's it's very odd and bizarre.
It's literally insane.
Our girl says, sounds like the Daybell case, child missing right after a move in new school. Texas girl says, did she finish out the school year, or was the move in the middle of the school year? Well, as we know, she was seen around March or April of 2005. So that would be kind of sort of toward the end, wouldn't it?
Yes. And I'm trying to remember, because I just remember her just not being there. Like she was there all year and then she was not there anymore. And I really just assumed she went back to Koontz, because I think she went there to school in Koontz pretty much her whole life.
Did you ever go over to her house or spend the night, or did she have friends over, or it seemed to be that way?
I have never been to her house or anything. And they lived in Koontz. They would just drive from Koontz to Warren together, since her grandma taught at my school.
Right. Okay, I'm just making some notes. Colette says, I just came in and got half of this. A quick recap is just within the last few days, they have identified the remains of 16-year-old Amanda Overstreet. She was last heard from in April of 2005 ish, and she was found only her head and her hands in the freezer of a home that was occupied, or had been occupied, by her bio mom and her stepfather. Her stepfather passed away in 2021 from COVID. They said she ran away, but now, as we know, that's not the case. She definitely did not run away. There's no way she could have run away and then found her way back home, dismembered herself, put herself in the freezer, only to be found 20 years later. No.
And somebody tried to comment today saying, well, what if she accidentally got locked in the freezer, and dismembered herself? And then, lost her own torso? What?
No, we gotta use some common sense, folks. Clearly she met a very bad demise. And I want to know what happened to her. She did not get the chance to grow up. She did not get the chance to live her life. And that's not fair. It doesn't matter if it's been 20 or 30 or 50 years. There needs to be justice for her. And if the stepfather done it, then I don't see that he didn't, because I don't see a woman, not that a woman couldn't, but her own daughter. He had to have. I'm not saying that she didn't know. I think she knew. But if there's a judgment day, then he's already met his. But there still needs to be one for the mother who's left here.
Yes.
Right. The mother, she played her part. There's no way. You never looked in the freezer for 20 years. Yeah. Not once.
And you moved the freezer. You've had the freezer for 20 years. You've moved it. And they said that, I saw somewhere the stepdad told her to never look in the freezer. Well, that would make me want to look in the freezer. If you tell me not to look somewhere, then I'm definitely going to look.
No, she would have turned a blind eye because she wanted to turn a blind eye. That would be the reason why. So yeah, I want to go over a little bit of a timeline here, just to make everybody aware, in case you're just joining us. Amanda attended Kuntz Independent District School up until 2004 as a freshman, and is shown in that book as not pictured, but I think we now have a 2005 yearbook photo. And of course, as we talked about, Nelda was married to James Fulton Overstreet. That is his name, or the grandfather's name. Nelda passed away on July the 27th, 2005. Okay. So from cancer. And that is the reason why the bio mom was taking custody back of the daughter. Per members of the group, she briefly attended Warren ISD after Miss Nelda died, but nobody has found any records to prove that statement. Amanda's cousin informed that if she ever attended Warren, it would have been late 2004 to early 2005.
Yeah, that's the time. She attended Warren before her grandmother died. Because she was my teacher that year. And that's why I guess she went to Warren, because her grandmother was teaching at the school. So she went to Warren. That yearbook photo is actually a Warren yearbook photo.
Figuring out says, I wonder if the stepdad has any record with police in the past. I have not looked yet personally. I've not seen anything so far, but that's not to say that he doesn't. The other thing is that several different versions of the story have circulated about, like we talked about Amanda running away and breaking off communications with friends and family. But Rachel says, no missing persons report has ever been filed. And after combining the most reliable information from Amanda's family is that the grandmother was diagnosed with that terminal cancer. And here's where I got the Colorado, because I thought I had seen this. Amanda went to Grand Junction, and that's why there was somebody in here saying this is where they're from, Colorado, to live with her bio mom. But I don't think they ever went out of the state. They never went to Colorado. How did her bio mom, this is where I'm confused, end up back in Texas?
Was the house not in Colorado that it was found? I'm confused.
Is it in Colorado that it was found? Is that where I'm getting confused?
Yes.
Okay. That's where I'm confused. I'm so mixed. I'm like going across the country here. Okay. So it was found in Colorado. Got you.
The house and the freezer were in Colorado. I guess they were coming to Texas to get her. And they probably did make it to Texas to get her, but I don't think they made it back with her. I don't know if she ever made it back at all before they did that to her.
Got you. I'm clear of that. Yeah, it was found in Colorado. I was so confused about that. So yes, here's now that I've put that in puzzle piece right on in there. Yeah, she never made it. I feel like they picked her up all right, but I feel like she did not make it there. And I feel like they put her in, or if she did, it was that day or within a few days or in no time at all. Here's what's hit in my mind. I don't think Bio Mom wanted to take her.
Probably not.
And I think even if she made a decision to take her, she must have regretted it, or I don't know what happened, but I don't think there was ever a plan there for her to raise her. Halloween Mama says, I pray that we find out what happened and I pray for justice for her. I do as well.
And I wonder, because people were saying they last saw her in April of 2005. Her grandmother died in July. Was she at the funeral? Because there's no way she would have missed her grandmother's funeral.
Holy cow. That's a huge clue.
And her great-grandmother also died right before her Nelda died. Was she at her funeral? Because that's two funerals that were very close together in 2005. And I wonder if she was at those funerals.
That would be a huge clue. If they could go, and I know it was 20 years ago, but if they could go back and talk to people who attended those funerals and see if they recall seeing Amanda there at all, that would narrow down the timeline majorly. That is huge.
Because somebody said that the mom maybe came to pick her up when she was getting really sick, like near the end. That was part of a story. But I just don't see her missing her grandmother's funeral that took care of her entire life. That wouldn't make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. I agree. She definitely wouldn't have. And I'm going to research that more. And actually, when I put out, I'm going to do a new video. All I did was post a news clip, but I do plan to do a news piece on this. And I would put a call to action to anyone who knew anybody who was at those funerals to reach out to authorities to let them know if you saw Amanda there at that, when it's somebody's grandchildren, you notice, right? Because you'll go up and you'll say, I'm so sorry for your loss. Yes. I'm so sorry about your grandma. Somebody has to remember whether or not she was there or not. There's somebody.
The problem with that, if it was like a family funeral and they're very quiet and they're secretive, they would probably just be like, yeah, she was there. Like they're not being very transparent and open. So I'm sure a couple of them will be like, yeah, I think I remember her being there. So that could go either way.
Is she mentioned in the obituaries as family left behind? I thought that when Rachel said that, I thought, is she in the obituaries? That is something that we can look up and try to research. I haven't. She is in there.
She's in Nelda's. She is in her grandmother's obituary, but she's listed as her daughter since she had adopted her. So she's listed as her daughter along with her biological mother. So it looks like they were sisters, but it's really, that's her biological mom. That's not her sister. It was confusing because I always knew that she was her grandmother, but in the obituary, she's listed as her daughter just because she adopted and took care of her entire life.
I wonder if siblings talk about her or have memories. If not, she never made it in that house. So here's the thing. How old are the siblings? I saw there were siblings. I didn't figure out how old they were because I still feel like they would be too young. No. Hold on. Are they over 20? Do you know how old they are?
The sibling that I saw was born in 2003, so they would have been very, very young when she went missing. So like less than 2 maybe. So now they would be 21. I'm adults.
Right. Yeah. So that would be too young. I don't know if there's another. I know that there. I think there's a daughter and a son. I think.
I'm not sure.
Kimmy says yes. She's listed as a survivor of her grandmother. Thank you for that, Kimmy. Oh my goodness. So let's talk about what happened then in 2005. So in April of 2005, after several months, Leanne, this is the bio mom, her name's Leanne, called Nelda's sister. Miss Nelda was on her deathbed. And she couldn't keep Amanda anymore. We just talked about that part. And Amanda and her mother did not have a good relationship, from what people said. And so her family had wired the money to Leanne to drive Amanda to Koontz. The next day, Leanne called the family from her home in Colorado and told them that they had left for Koontz the day before. She said that Amanda ran away when they stopped at a gas station in Amarillo, Texas, and they couldn't find her. So instead of calling 911 or the police, they went, and went on back home to Colorado, which we now know is false.
They really acted like it
because
was
then how
no
did
big
she
deal.
get to Colorado? If she ran away in Amarillo,
Seriously.
how did she get to Colorado?
And they want us to believe that she's simply a runaway. Yeah, so she ran away from her family, didn't want to be with them. So then she ran away to their home and made it harder on herself. Why didn't she just ride with them to Colorado?
Right. Oh, man. I'm so sorry that this happened to her. And it is my hope and prayer that it wasn't painful and that she was immediately with her mother, grandmother, and that, they've been together this whole time. And what happens in darkness comes to light. And so if the mother had anything to do with it, there is a 0% chance she didn't, in my opinion. Yeah. Then I hope that she is held accountable.
I hope. Because everybody swept it under the rug this long. I'm like, it can't be swept under the rug again. People can't just get away with it. We have to know something. There has to be answers. Somebody has to get in trouble for it. Even if her mom just knew, surely she'll get in trouble for that.
Yeah. Man, thank you. Thank you guys for sharing the live, and just keep tapping so we can get some more folks in here. I want you guys to start hashtagging justice for Amanda. Put it out there, make videos of her. One of the things that helps is to keep media fire, keep it on the fire, keep it in the media so that it doesn't just come another cold case. Since, just sitting in someone's office, and she deserves justice, and she deserves to be remembered forever.
Yes.
Hashtag justice for Amanda. I can see you hashtagging right now. Thank you guys so much for that. Rachel, I want to thank you for taking the time to come up here and to tell us about Amanda and to tell us what you know. It's really appreciated. All of the followers really appreciate you. I want you to keep me updated on what you find out, but I will be keeping you updated too. We'll be messaging each other. Yeah. And if there's anything you need me to get out there, anything you want me to say, and everybody make sure if you want followers, I don't know. I mean, I see you've posted about it.
I'll take them.
So everybody go follow Rachel. Yeah, go follow Rachel. So because she's going to be posting updates about this story too. Okay. Thank you for coming up. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me and listening to everything I have to say.
Thank you. I'm just going to drop you down. You're welcome to hang out. I just wanted to give some giveaways to my followers and let everybody join in have a little bit of Saturday night fun. So if you want a chance to win a prize, just stick around, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Bye. Oh my goodness, you guys. That is a wild AF. Wild AF. I am telling you right now, this story is crazy. I am going to now open up the panel. You are welcome to come up. Amber, you're welcome to come up. I saw someone else request. You're welcome to come up. There's Susan. Who else? Chelsea's welcome. Chelsea's coming up. Hi.
Hi.
Happy Saturday, yay.
Yay.
Oh my goodness, you guys. These headphones are making me sweat. I'm going to turn them up and pull them over here so hopefully I can still hear y'all. Test on the mic. Test on the mic. Okay. How's everybody's Saturday night going?
Mine's good. Bentley, settle down.
Sounds like somebody's having a party in the background.
Yes. He said no.
Hi, Susan. I think Susan maybe didn't mean to connect herself. Sometimes people are tapping like and then they invite themselves up to the panel. But if you're in here, just tap, 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 tap. Let's get some friends in here. I want to give some stuff away. I am feeling better, Cocoa Puff. How are you feeling? Are you doing okay? It's Saturday night and I'm feeling all right.
Bentley said tap, 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 tap.
We are going to tap and a tap and a tap. So I had gathered together 50 true crime trivia questions. So if you want to play along, come up in the panel and play along with us and see if you know the answers to some of these questions. If you want to play along, I thought it might be fun.
What's
Ruggs
up?
is coming up. What's up, Ruggs?
Not much. How are you, sweetheart?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I saw that story about that 16-year-old girl today. It came over my Facebook stuff, and I was like, "What the heck?" And then I happened to get on your page tonight, and I'm like, "Oh, she's talking about it." I was like, "That's wild." I was listening to you on it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is wild."
I'm mind blown. I hope that this young lady gets justice. It's an atrocity.
All I hope is that she didn't suffer. I hope, if there is family or friends listening, that when the incident occurred, that she was already unalived.
Right.
Before they, I've heard stories where they've actually, not been and they're doing it, and I'm like, holy crap, just that whole thing just sickens me. So, I hope that for this little girl's sake, I hope they look at everybody that's involved and that they find the one person or persons that were involved with it and that they get justice for her, because I mean, she was robbed of growing up and having, a childhood, or, being an adult and having, like all of us, we get to do everything every day, and she didn't.
Right. I agree. I got 2 more spots open on the panel. If you guys want to come up, there's 2 more spots. First come, first serve. If you want to play trivia, just come on up to the panel. Everybody in the room can play, but you can play too if you're on the trivia. On the panel too. So I want to give away some prizes. And so really it's going to be first answer. Okay. First answer that I see, whether it's from the panel or in the chat. And this is about to get chaotic, and it's going to be so fun. But whoever answers this first will win these bee earrings. They have a retail value of $24.95. I was going to say $24.24. I don't know why. It can be. We don't know. But anyway, I will send that to you, the first person who answers this first trivia question. Let me make sure. Anna Bean's coming up. All right. And if the panel's open, don't worry. Somebody may jump down in a minute and give somebody else a chance to come up here. Because I'm going to put my headphones on. Because if I hear it before I see it type, then you win. All right. Okay. These are going to be harder than the normal ones that I usually do. Because, hey, why not? It's not really difficult, but it's not going to be like, give me a number between 1 and 50 that I normally do. Okay. Is everybody on the panel ready? Say yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I love it. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Which serial killer claimed to have killed 30 women and was executed in 1989?
Jeffrey
Ted Bundy.
Dahmer?
Derek Toddley.
Anna Bean, you said Ted Bundy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're the winner, chicken dinner. That was the first thing I heard, and nobody had typed it yet. So yay, Anna Bean! Yay!
Thank you, ma'am.
Let me go over here and do some clapping, because clapping is tapping. Let's go over here. Where's my claps? Wait a minute, I gotta find my
I can send you my address so I can dox myself if you'd like.
That's awesome. Okay, that'll be cool. So Anna Bean.
Thank you, love.
I'm gonna put this on there and get that into the mail. All right. Let me see what else I can find around here to give away.
Do you have a dog?
I do. I'm not going to give it away though.
No, I just wanted to know if you wanted mine.
Oh. Because I was like, look at what I have to give away. She's like, do you have a dog?
Yeah, no, you can take mine. I'll pay you.
Oh, that's funny. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay. So this is going to be for whoever gets this one next. And if you win multiple things, I'm going to put them all in one big package. But a keychain. Yay. Steph Case Files keychain. And a serial killer sticker. And a Steph Case Files logo tee. I'm going to write this down so I don't forget what prizes I'm giving away here, because I'm random. And this is going to go into the pile in the next. So you'll get a t-shirt, a keychain, and a sticker in this next. Whoever gets this next one right. Is everybody ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow's going to be a little bit warmer, but then we...
I gotta find a good one. I come up with 50 of them. Okay. Which famous unsolved case involved a woman disappearing from her home in New Canaan, Connecticut in 2019?
Lacey Peterson? No. Yes?
No.
No. Why did I say that?
This is a hard one. No.
Was it the woman whose husband was dark hair?
Jennifer something, right?
Oh, Stephanie got it in the. I would take just the last name. D.O. DeLulos is correct.
Jennifer.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Listen, if you guys are playing across the pond, I can't send you anything because I can't figure it out. So I'm not saying you. I mean, if you listen, make sure that you're in America. So Stephanie, you are the winner chicken dinner, but I'm going to need you to send me your. You are in. Okay, just making sure. Send me your info so I can send you your prizes. Okay, congratulations! It is Jennifer Dulos.
Well, I was on the right track.
Dulos.
They both had babies. Their husbands were bad.
So close. All right, let me make a note here.
Yeah, you were there. I was thinking about the same one, but I forgot her name.
And as soon as she said Connecticut, I was like, I don't know about that because it was solved, but we don't know.
And
who
that
did
was
it.
the guy that unalived himself afterwards, right? In the garage.
No, he's in the. He's trying to get a new trial. The one I was thinking of.
Oh Lord.
That's a Scott Peterson.
Ladies.
He's trying to get a new trial.
I will take, hey Chastity, I will take just last name. So if you can't think of the first name, as long as I get the last name, then we're good. Okay. This one's gotta be easy. Okay, no, this one's too easy because everybody's going to yell it out at the same time. Let me get a little bit harder one. But I really wanted to ask that one. What serial killer was dubbed the Milwaukee Cannibal?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Me.
Juju Bean said it first.
Yes.
Yay! Juju Bean, that was you, right?
Yes.
No, it was me.
Who was
It was me.
Jill?
I think it was me.
It was all of us at the same time.
No, I think somebody did it first. I didn't. I will be honest. It was a dog.
That's okay. Listen, I didn't even say what I was giving away that time either. So I'm going to give away another keychain, another logo, and another sticker to you, Juju Beat. Okay.
I mean, it's fine. Y'all yield to somebody else. I thought I said it first, but that's no big deal. Okay.
Well, just take it.
Okay.
Maybe the panel thing wasn't a good idea. It'd be hard
I think this is awesome.
Too bad we don't have a buzzer that we can like buzz and then you can ask
right?
us.
Yeah.
I know. Why don't we do this? Why don't you go bzz, and then whose ever box I see light up first, right? Because when you speak, your box lights up, right?
Yeah,
you're just making it a hot can of worms right now.
You'll go bzz, and whoever's I see a light up first, I'll say, Juju Bean, what is the answer? And then you can tell me.
or I'll just say, take my dog.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go to another one. Who was the serial killer known as the Killer Clown?
John Wayne Gacy. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I didn't go.
I'm going to order my keychain, y'all. I'll be back later.
I'm sorry. I was wondering if you were going to ask the clown one.
Oh my goodness.
Juju Bean, she's cheating.
Hey, maybe I should drop down and it'd only be like if you win, you don't answer again. That way, it'll give everybody else an opportunity.
No.
Oh.
No, Juju Bean, don't do that.
Do it.
Jujuby, I'll throw you. How about I'll just throw these earrings in for you into your package, okay?
Okay.
And
Have you ever been to that crime museum? It's in Tennessee.
Alcatraz?
Yes. Have you been there? Okay,
Yes.
I'd like to go.
Sorry, y'all. I had to grab these earrings, or I'll flat out forget. If I don't write them and put the name on them, I'll forget. Okay. Okay, I got your pack. We're going right here, Juju Bang. Carrie says, listen, I'm looking in the chat too. So I'm looking both places. Carrie, she says that she said it in the chat. Let me go up and see who actually, let's see here. Yeah, I did see you say that. But I don't know who I heard it first. So why don't we do this? Why don't we
I did see you say that.
let's play.
I heard it first. So why don't we do this? Why don't we?
Sorry about that. Why don't we let's just play the panel, and then everybody can come up to the panel, right? Just take turns. That way I can only have to listen to the panel, and then maybe people can drop down and let other people play. Because I don't want to be unfair. How do y'all want to do it? Hell, I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go.
Maybe if people get 2 wins, they drop down.
Okay.
Just a thought.
Okay. Take turns with panel and chat. Okay. That's a good one, BJ. Let's do that. So that way I can only have to focus on one or the other. That's a good one. So like I'll say, okay, so this next question is just for the chat only. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. For the chat only, which cult leader orchestrated the murders of actress Sharon Tate and others in 1969? First one I saw is Princess K's mama with Manson. Congratulations. Princess K mama. Let me go find something to give you, though. I didn't grab nothing else. Hold on a minute. I need to grab some stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go grab my earring thing. Thank you, guys. Just make sure Princess K's mama, if you please send me a message. Let me see. I'm going to send you a keychain and one of these stickers. And a pair of these B earrings that has a retail value of $14.95. So these 3 things go to you. Yay! Thank you, guys. This is so fun. And I'm getting rid of stuff. Yay, because our house is going to be done in a few weeks. And I'm not taking this crap with me. Congratulations. Yours is going right in here. So I don't forget. I have the worst memory.
Are you moving stuff?
We are living with my son right now. This is his house. We sold our other house, and our new house is being built and it's going to be done soon. And I don't want to take this stuff with me. Where's this guy's mom? I'm just trying to move some stuff along. You know, y'all know my story of all the leftover inventory. It's everywhere, literally everywhere. Okay, so this one is going to be for the panel next, just for the panel, okay? This is a good one because I have seen. Okay, I'm not. Let's talk about it after the question because it's crazy. What was the name of the notorious hotel associated with the mysterious death of Elsa Lam? Come on, panel.
It's not the Chelsea. It's the.
Can you repeat it? No.
Don't tell, Chad. Don't tell. Ooh, somebody better say it then.
It's the Cecil. Is it the Cecil? The Cecil?
Yes.
Oh, I saw it in the chat.
Anna Bean saw it in the chat.
No, well, it sort of did, but didn't she go? They found her on the roof.
They found her on the roof.
And it came out of the. Okay, I'm going to have. No, I'd give that to somebody else because I did see it. But it's a Cecil or Cecil.
Cecil, yeah. It's Monica Place 3 says Cecil. That's the first person that I saw say it. And then, spell it correctly. Monica Place 3. Congratulations, Monica Place 3. Princess K's mom says, I just realized I watch way too much Dateline.
Oh, she was the one in the water tank. Right?
Yes.
Upstairs. Okay, at the top.
It was that creepy AF elevator video of her when she thought everybody thought she saw a ghost.
Right. All right, I've got to cover the comments. That's not fair.
Monica's Place 3. I am going to get you something. I'm going to give you this necklace here. It's by Armanio Studio, and it's my last one, honey. And it has and I just grabbed it randomly. It has a retail value of $34.95. So congratulations to you. If you want this, all you have to do is send me your Addie privately, and I will get that out to you. Congratulations. You guys are rocking this tonight. Ooh. I'm going to put you a keychain.
Can we do another panel one since that one kind of got...
Yes,
because I screwed it up.
No, you didn't. They just didn't understand the chat. The chat didn't understand what was supposed to be happening, I think.
Yes, of course.
But this is fun. What else would a single woman be doing on a Saturday night?
Listen, I'm not single and I'm doing it on a Saturday night, so this is fine by me.
This is great.
Oh my goodness. Oh, my phone's falling here. Just give this lady time to get up here. What's up, preacher's wife?
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. I'm hoping that I can win something. I'm pretty well versed on serial killers.
Let me grab my box.
Do you need a dog, preacher's wife?
No, ma'am. I have a cat. One cat is enough for me.
Okie dokie.
Why don't you love your dog, Anna?
I love him so much, but he's just grating on my nerves. I just got back home from Seattle, so I was away for a week, and he's a Cane Corso. And when they love hard, they don't stop loving hard.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they're like 150, 160 pounds?
Yeah, he is. Yep. And I'm about 120, so it's a battle.
He manhandles you. I get it.
Well, no, he knows better with me. He's like, uh-oh, mama's back.
Classic.
My little doggy weighs 15 pounds. And I think he's a lot.
I would break that. Like, I trip over for air. So, yeah, I couldn't do that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me find another one. But in this next one, I want to give away this Chappy Sticky and a keychain and this sticker, which I love. It says "Talk True Crime to Me." I know, so bad, but I do love that sticker. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to find one that would be ones that I would also know, because I don't want them to be too hard. Who was the famous mob boss convicted in 1992 known as Teflon Don? Panel only, panel only.
Teflon Don.
Famous mob boss convicted in 92 known as Teflon Don. Everybody's going to Google.
I was
That is Gotti. That is Gotti. Anna Bean, you got it. It was Gotti. It's John Gotti.
Okay. All right. Well, okie dokie. Thanks.
So that's going to go in your package, Anna Bean.
Thank you, love.
I should have known that.
I'll tell you a little fun story time while I get this package here for Emmy, get her little package going. My niece, I don't even know if I should be saying this or not, but my niece ended up in jail because she was with John Gotti's grandson in a place she was not supposed to be. Fun fact.
Which one?
Huh?
Okay, hey Steph, on that note, fun fact, I actually dated one of John Gotti's family members.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
crazy.
he basically told me when we were dating, he said, if you see anything, you didn't see nothing, you're going to say nothing, you hear nothing. Yeah. I was like, I know nothing. I see nothing.
That's about how it was for my niece. Yeah. In Hotlanta, they live in Atlanta.
The cute one? Is it the cute one? Carmine or whichever one his name was? They had the TV show, Growing Up Gotti.
Growing Up Gotti. His mother is the one that's the lawyer.
Oh.
I don't know if he was on the show, but his mom was the
Victoria
one.
Gotti is one of the daughters of John Gotti that had those kids on that show.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Well, that would be his grandsons, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Must be a different child.
The grandson
so Ruggs, tell us more. What family member? How close were they?
This family member is in Missouri, southern Missouri. We dated for 6 months, for a year probably. Wow. That's why we were very careful about where we went, who we were who he associated me with. Because he said he was trying to protect me because he didn't want me involved too deep, that if I did see something that I would be associated with it. So he was really careful not to associate me with anybody that with his family. So if he would go into a conversation with a family member, I would step out of the room because he said he didn't want me hearing anything, which was fine with me. I didn't have a problem with that. I just said, well, it's better that way if I step out of the room. That way I'm not associated. I know nothing. I hear nothing. Wow. And he actually gave me the DVD of the Gotti family. That is his family. I actually have the DVD of it. I have not watched it, nor do I know if I want to watch it after what I learned. It's sitting on my DVD shelf yet. Maybe if I go back down, I'll get this time maybe him and I will watch it together as friends. So it was just interesting.
Why did y'all break up?
I think it was the gal that he used to date. She knew more about the family, and he wanted to get me. I mean, he didn't want me associated, and it wasn't that we weren't getting along. We got along. I think he was just protective of, who knew what, and didn't want me involved to the point that if I got into the family, that if something happened, that something would get out. And I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything, because when it's that type of a family, you hear nothing, you say nothing, you see nothing, you pretend you saw nothing.
I have a friend that went through that, and it was her dad that well, he basically ran the books. And so, yeah, that was it. She didn't really know until she became an adult and was like, holy Hank, I know this person that's now in the newspaper that's arrested for being a mob boss on the West Coast. And my dad ran his books. So I'm glad she didn't know anything.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't know anything either.
For sure.
Steph, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Steph.
Oh, for love, I forgot to hit my unmute because I took that drink of water. I didn't want y'all to listen to me gulping it down. But what I can say is things are pretty much the same as of a year ago. I can say that for sure, that they still have meetings, family meetings, and the things, you know what I mean? It's just because John Gotti's gone don't mean, I mean, they are very, you know what I mean? They are hanging right in there, and she was in a place she shouldn't have been. And she's still paying for that, actually. She just not recently got out of jail. And so that was wild to me. I said, your kid, first I thought my sister was lying. I'm like, you're lying. She's like, no, this is real. And I said, how on earth did my niece get from Tennessee to Atlanta in John Gotti's grandson's car? I mean, it was a whole thing. Complete mess. Princess says, is it weird? I'm more afraid of the mafia than serial killers. Oh, I would say that's about, that's justified. Truth. Yep. The mafia is, I mean, it's yeah.
I think though with serial killers, they're mostly lone wolves. But the mafia is such a high organization that there's much more collaboration. You know what I mean? And backing people up.
That's right. Right now, Monica? Are you doing it right now? Has anybody ever done a spirit box? And do you believe in that sort of thing?
What is it?
Yes.
Spirit box is where the ghosts go on the radio and they take certain words and they put them together to form their own sentences.
Yes, I love that. Me and my husband actually went to the graveyard not too long ago to where my cousin was buried that had been murdered back in 3, 4, I think it was. And I couldn't remember where his grave was. Yep. He led us right to it. It was crazy. I was like, get me the hell out of here now.
Wow.
Get me out. I'm like, nope. And I literally was 3 graves over from where it was. And I started walking back in the other direction. And it literally said, you're going the wrong way, turn around. And as soon as I turned around and I walked right to it. And it said, and my husband referred to him as his nickname, and he said, no, it's Michael. Like, and that was his government name. And I was like, nope, get me the hell out of here. No, No, it was the craziest thing I've ever encountered. And it said things that only I would know about my family and that he would know. It was nuts.
Alyssa says, my step grandmother was one of the sorority sisters not at home the night Ted Bundy was at FSU.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I had a friend when I lived in Seattle that I think it was her mom or her aunt. I don't remember properly, that worked with him. And he was the nicest guy, the most charming guy. It was near UW, which is the University of Washington. And that's sort of where he started to hunt and peck. Well, I don't know if that's where he started, but did y'all know that Blondie Debbie Harry, I think it was him that was in New York, and she had left a venue when she was young, and she couldn't get out of the car because the car doors locked, and they were set to that. I want to say it's Debbie Harry. And I think the window was partially down or something like that. And she made it out. And then once she heard the story, she was like, that was the guy. And you can quote me if I'm wrong, but I want to say it was Debbie Harry, Blondie.
I think I remember hearing that.
Yeah, Juju Bean said, yeah, it's Debbie Harry.
Yeah, crazy.
I think I remember hearing that, yes.
Ladies, I'm going to jump down and let somebody else up. I've got to go to bed, but I'll probably be listening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for playing and getting up here and hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, preacher's wife.
Bye.
Princess says she was my husband's first crush. Ooh. Oh my goodness, you guys. I could sit here all night and talk about true crime stories and stuff, and just eerie stories and stuff that I went through growing up, and ghost stories and that type of thing. It's my funnest Saturday night.
So, can you tell me a little bit more about this spirit box? Is it something physical, like that you carry? I don't understand.
Yeah, you can. You can, or you can get an app for it. I tried that. It seemed like a joke to me. You can do both, but I don't know how it generally works. Chastity, what do you think?
So like we literally did it. My husband had an app on his phone, and we had originally went to the actual cemetery because some of his family, one of his uncles is there. And unfortunately, his uncle didn't have a headstone, so we knew we were in the right area, but so we didn't get anything from that. And I was like, hey, since we're here, I want to go over and I want to see Mike's grave, because I hadn't been there since he had been unalived, because it was just traumatic. So, but I was like, I can't really remember where it is. I said I can remember a general area. So we drove around, and just from memory, I'm like, all right, I know it's on this side. I know we're in the right vicinity. So we get out, we're walking around, and I was too of a chicken shit to ask any questions, like just, like, are you there? Or, whatever, just things like that. So my husband did, because my husband knew him also. And, so literally, like I said, we're walking, and, my husband's like, Mike, are you there? And the first one that popped up was, it's Michael. And I was like, huh? And that like raised the hair on the back of my neck. I'm like, oh my God. And so, you know, my husband's like talking to him like he's there, like, you know, we're looking for you, we want to find you. And so, like I said, I had turned to walk in a totally different direction, and it said, turn around, I'm right behind you.
No.
Yes.
I would leave.
And I'm like, and I just stopped dead in my tracks. I'm like, what the hell? So I turned around and I took 3 steps and I looked down, and there was his headstone. And I'm like, oh my God. And at that point, I just wanted to leave. And my husband was like, no, let me, I got to find out more. I'm like, oh my God. So literally, it started then the box started talking to us. It said, the world has changed so much. Which, from the time he passed to now, dead on, yes, it has. And the last thing it said, which took me straight out, was, we've lost so many in our family. And my mom's gone. His, the father that raised him had just passed. I mean, all of our family. I mean, it was spot on. It was, I had to go. I'm like, I can't. I gotta go. It's too much.
You still have the app on the phone?
Yes.
I hear it's kind of like a Ouija board, like it'll draw people to you and they hang on to you.
Yeah, my husband still has the app on. He has the recording of what it said. I'll have to, I'll have to get it. Oh, shoot. I'll have to ask him. I don't know. He's asleep. I'll have to find out. But so he wants to go to the other cemetery where most of his family is, but he wants to go to the one where my mom is, and I refuse to go. I'm like, nope. That will be one that I'm not taking a trip to. If you want to go, you are more than welcome, but hell no.
Let me just quickly say thank you, Deb, for subscribing. I see that you subscribed and you're already using your stickers. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you. I can't say that I have ever used, okay, I have used a spirit box one time. But I'm too scared to use them. I want to know about it, but I'm too scared to know about it at the same time, if that makes sense.
That's kind of how I am. So Monica
Have y'all ever
plays
used
3 in the
dowsing
chat
rods?
said Spirit Talker app. It's called Spirit Talker, Anna Bean.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And what about dowsing rods? Have y'all ever used those?
I haven't.
Yeah, they've used them. It's just 2 rods you hold in your hand. I think they're copper. I have them. I find it fun to try in my house because my house is 1890s, old South Carolina historic district sort of town, and house. And it's interesting to see if you never know if your hands are doing it properly or whatever. They were meant to find like water and minerals and things like that. They were used originally for that, but they're kind of fun. You can get them on Amazon, but it's interesting to things. It's basically a yes or a no. So if you hold the rods, they're like at a 90-degree angle. You hold the smaller part of the angle in your hands, and then the longer ends will go out away from one another if it's a no, and then if it's a yes, they will cross completely. And the idea, I guess, is if the yes is like a strong yes, they cross immediately sort of thing. But, I don't know if it's the truth or not, but I can say there's a lot of correct answers when I ask random questions in certain parts of my house. But again, it couldn't be me holding it the wrong way or something like that. I don't know. about that. So it'd be interesting to see if people have know more about them. Yeah, they're meant to find water, simply Samantha.
Thank you, Stephen. Stephen Crabtree's in the house, everyone. Thank you for that galaxy count, sir. I really appreciate you, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you so very much. Oh, man. I have seen them use the rods on the TikTok. You know, when you can join the lives and you can ask a question and you might get picked and they'll ask it for you. I've seen them that way, but I don't really, I guess it's like energetic energy. I'm proud of you, Stephen Crabtree. What are you kidding? You're awesome. Thank you so much. But I've never done them or had a reading from that. I don't know. I used to see spirits when I was little, and I'd be just like, I would be so used to it because I was in my mama's house, which was so haunted, darling. And I would be just like, okay, stop. I'm just so over you. But now, if I saw a spirit, I would be scared to death. But I sort of wish I could, because then I would be Teresa Caputo and I would have lots of money.
Hey, Texas girl, what is an Odin? She just said Stephen, Anna Bean has an Odin. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what is that? ODIN. Monica says they're very good ghost hunters and documentary makers for popular.
Oh, I think she's saying maybe
hauntings.
I've gifted more or something. I don't know. I just get on here. Y'all know I don't know anything about technology.
Well, I don't even know what that word means. So, like,
Oh, a concorso. Yes, I do. Yeah, his name is Boris.
it
All
has
right,
to do with
I'm going to go to
memorization.
bed,
Okay.
so I'll open up this box. But I really appreciated the time here. How fun! I can't wait to come back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jill, for coming up here.
I'm
And
not
for
sure
playing.
how to leave, so maybe you have to kick me out.
I'll let you down. Thank you so much for coming up here and playing trivia and hanging out with us. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. Have a great night.
Thanks.
Good night, Jill.
Oh, yes. Odin is your dog's name.
Odin. Oh, Odin. I've seen Odin, Stephen. I've seen him on there. You can go to my page and see Boris getting in trouble for chewing up my couches. I'm on 5 couches now because of him.
Dragonfly says, I've also located water lines underground with them. Oh.
I'll have to try that out on my farm.
Odin chews everything. We had an American bulldog once, and he literally chewed the siding off the back of the house. He was
My
so
English
huge.
bulldogs did that too.
Oh my goodness. Well, you guys, I've really enjoyed Steph Case Files late at night after dark tonight, and you all spending
I really
your Saturday.
enjoyed Steph Case Files late at night after dark.
It's so weird when you hear yourself back because you're like, do I sound like that? Sorry, Sherry. You guys know I love you, each and every one of you very much, and that you're making my dreams come true right before my eyes. Thank you for joining me tonight for Steph Case Files late at night after dark. And I will see you guys Monday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And maybe we'll play some trivia and win some more win some more stuff and have some more fun. But until then, know that you mean the world to me, and that I appreciate every opportunity that you give me and for you spending your time. Everybody, thank the panel tonight for coming up and spending some time with us and playing trivia and having some fun and just being together and being in the moment. And that's what I love most of all. Make sure you follow me on any social media platform. All you have to do is look for the same username and logo. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, and Instagram. Wherever you are, there I am too. I'll see you on Monday morning.
Steph.
Good night.
Bye. Congratulations, everybody. Bye. I love y'all.
Steph,
Bye, love
you're
you.
gonna I'm going to be emailing you some interesting things.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right, babe.
Bye.